Hi, I'm Kira and you're watching Polymer Clay TV. Today I'm going to show you how to make a simple and fantastic veneer using some old school tools. Let's get started. For today's veneer, I've got clay, I've got some yellow and some Primo turquoise, and I have two colors of color shift paint. I have a sea sponge, and I've got my cutters for my circles. So this is the 2.5-inch coin circle. And then I have the set of the large donut cutters. And I'm going to use this one just to create a frame, but this comes together as a set. So I've got that one, and I'm going to make a little more veneer than I need for a coin, just because there's a lot you can do with a veneer like this, and I'm going to save some. So let's get started. This is going to be awesome and simple and fun. I mean, everyone knows you can use acrylic paint on polymer. We use it for silk screening all the time. But what about going back to the basics and just doing some sponge painting? And just let it dry. My sponge is a little bit wet, so let's see if I can pounce some of that around. But this is the easiest way I could think of to do something that looks pretty cool. So once this is dry, you can cut up your pieces and use them the way you would use any other veneer. The veneers are dry. So what I'm going to do is cut my frame from this blue one, and then this is going to be the background. So first, cut this piece, find a good spot. This is going to leave me lots of leftover to work with, which will be really nice. And then I'm just going to lay this on top of here. And I'm actually going to put this on a backing of tile. I'm going to work with this a little bit because I don't want it to be distorted. I want it to be round. And throw some of this over top to get a nice release on it. So this is going to cut and kind of bond the two pieces together. Plus, using the plastic wrap always gives you a nice sort of beveled edge. And I'm just going to release this from the tile real quick just to make sure it's going to lay flat. Get rid of those edges from the 3D cutting, and now I can keep working with this and make it into whatever kind of coin I want. So here's what that green gold looks like over the turquoise. It's a really cool effect. And now I've got a nice big piece of veneer I can save for another project. So I'm just gonna put that in my sheet of deli wrap for later. The interior color here has some pretty pinky purple color to it. So I have this mold, which you can find in the shop at Create Along, and it was also in our Valentine Special Edition Create Along box and in some grab bags, I believe. This is a really nice mold with several different rope designs. So I think it's going to make a really nice border for that inner circle. So I just made a snake, and I'm going to press it into this smallest little rope cavity here. And to make it easier for myself, I just left it attached so I can pull it back out. And I'm hoping it's gonna, yeah, it should fit all the way around that inner frame. And then I'll just use a blade. In this case, I'm gonna use an X-Acto knife. So I'm gonna cut off, I'm gonna zoom in a little so you can see. So I'm gonna cut off this part right here and then figure out where to cut off this one. I think right here is good so that they seamlessly kind of go together. There we go. Now you can't even tell where it stops and starts. Okay, and then I'll just grab a little piece, I think of the turquoise, and I'm going to put a word in the middle. So I decided to try to do something a little crazy. I'm going to try to write a word in cursive. So I made the smallest, thinnest piece of clay that I could roll out into a snake. And I'm going to use my Do Anything tools to help me because my fingers are definitely too big to get in there and write in cursive. So you could do this with an extruded piece of clay, although I find that the extruded pieces tend to want to break if you do something like this. So just keep that in mind. I feel like when you roll it, the clay has more strength. When you extrude it, it wants to crack when you bend it. So that's a little bit of a tip for you. So I'm gonna do my favorite word. And I'm just gonna use these tools to try to help me lay this down where it all needs to go. Bend it around. All right. All right, that was fun and tough, but I did it, and I created a little bit of an open space there, so let's fix that. I've got, of course, lots of crystals lying around. That's kind of my thing. So I think I'm just gonna tighten up this curve here. Well, maybe not, because I just broke it. All right, so we'll just work with it. Work with what you got. Maybe I'll use this end here to kind of bring these flat. Make a little frame. Even take a little scrap and put put that in there to hold on to this crystal. And there it is. Another trading coin to keep or swap. And I practiced a whole bunch of things there, including this fun sponged veneer. I hope you enjoyed this idea and that you'll join us at polymerclaytribe.com to share your own ideas. We're going to be having a polymer clay trading coin swap coming up soon in February. And you can get involved and meet coin pals all over the world. So we hope you'll join us and check out the blog at polymerclaytv.com for lots and lots, hundreds of project ideas just like this. See you next time.